What is Invent? It is a solution that me and my team have created for our client in order to improve their existing inventory system. The current system involves writing the stock changes in the cart stock and then manually typing it into an Excel sheet. This system is rather dated and can lead to inaccuracies caused by human errors. Thus, we wanted to create a digital system that can improve on these aspects. Using the existing report format sent by the client, we picked out important information that has to be included in the app. Some of the data include the initial stock amount, the current available stock, total stock cost of all items in a category, the location where the item is used, and more. We also added other data such as item IDs in order to generate QR codes for the app. After we have gathered all the necessary data, we created 5 Google Sheets for the creation of the app sheet. The app can be downloaded using the install link and by following the instructions as shown. Once downloaded, Invent will appear besides Google App Sheet on your home screen. Now, let's use the app. The default view shown in the app is the add and remove form. This is so as to allow FM staff to conveniently update various stock counts. To do so, the staff simply has to scan the QR code of the corresponding item. The staff can also search the item by its ID or name. Next, the staff will input the amount of stock received or removed. They can do so by using the plus and minus buttons at the end of the column. However, if the number is too large, they can simply use the keyboard. The dates column above can actually be edited if needed. For example, maybe the FM manager would like to count in the amount of stock received in the next month. If not, the column will automatically use today's time and date. Thirdly, FM staff can key in the location whereby the item is used in. In the case of adding stock, staff can input the supplier name or simply leave the location blank as is not compulsory. Lastly, once the staff have filled in all the necessary columns, they can click Save. AppSheet will then automatically calculate and sync the user to the correct item page. As shown here, here's a quick summary of the whole 4-step process for adding and removing inventory items. Moving on, let's take a look at the item page. It contains the item's individual inventory log. It shows the amount of stock received and issued for this month. These 2 columns will automatically reset to 0 on the 1st of the next month due to report purposes. But fret not, old inventory log records will still be present on the app. Other columns include initial stock and current available stock. So, because of report purposes, the initial stock will take the value of the current available stock at the start of next month. By clicking View, the FM manager can view the inventory log or past records of this item. If a log is inaccurate or wrong, the FM staff can edit the value here. And after the changes are made, AppSheet will automatically calculate the new values of the column. As can be seen, the current available stock count and cost have changed. Next, let's directly look at the items view. As you can see, the current available stock count is displayed on the top right hand corner of each item column. This is to allow the FM manager to easily keep track of the existing stock count in real time. To look for specific items, the manager can use the filter button. The values that can be filtered include the item ID, name, and categories. Next, the FM manager can click on the arrows at the end of the category columns in order to access the bar graphs, which help in calculating the total stock cost of all the items in the category. By clicking View and Data, the FM manager can get a tabled list with the information of all the items in the category. This can be useful for record keeping. Other things that we can do in the items view include the addition of a new stock item, whereby the new item ID should follow the existing format. A QR code will automatically be generated for the new item. thus making the process of adding a new item more seamless and easier for the FM staff. To delete items, FM manager would have to select the trash bin option. If the manager wants to delete more than one item, he can use the checklist function to select multiples to delete. Lastly, by clicking the button with the cloud icon, the FM manager can export all data from the app. This feature will be further expanded on in a future video. Now let's take a look at the inventory log. This log is just like the individual inventory log on each item page. On the top right hand corner of the column, the amount added or removed from the stock is shown. The FM manager can filter the log using dates or the item ID. For example, if the manager wants to only see changes logged in the month of April for auditing purposes, he can do so by using 1st of August as the start date, with the end date being the last day of August. The add and remove form can also be edited and added in the inventory log. Columns can also be deleted. Now, let's take a look at the restock view. Items whereby its current available stock is lower than the minimum stock amount will automatically be placed in this view. The number on the upper right is the suggested amount that should be bought for each item. And when you click onto an item that needs restocking, you can see the estimated cost of purchase, the current stock, maximum and minimum stock level. This view is extremely helpful for FM managers as it allows them to keep track of the stock items that need replenishing. This view will allow the FM manager to make better and more prompt stock purchasing decisions. Now let's take a look at the menu. There's an about page, a feedback form, and a button titled Vendors. Clicking on the button will bring the FM manager to the page whereby all of his suppliers and their information are listed. The FM manager can thus keep track of all of his suppliers. The manager can also use this view to go to the supplier's website to look for stock, and they can even email the supplier to place a purchase order. With enough data, this view has the potential to help FM managers more effectively place stock orders, which will save them valuable time and money. That's the last view covered. So, to summarize, we have covered most of the main and miscellaneous features of Event in this video. The only feature that we have yet to cover is the report generation function, which will be the topic of our next video. Till then, thank you all for watching.